This episode of Boss Rush After Dark is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support our family of podcasts, head over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia or search for us on the Patreon app on your smart device. Thanks for helping us build something better.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast show for the Boss Rush Network. It's your boy, LeRon Dawkins, back in the house with my wonderful co-host, the bright, exuberant, extraordinary Miss Stephanie Klimov. How's it going?
Oh, hey, I missed you guys so much. Seriously, just missing 1 week of recording, and I'm just...
Yeah, on Zelda week.
I know, on Zelda week of all weeks, but I am so happy to be here. I miss you guys.
It threw you off, didn't it?
It really did.
Because I missed 2 weeks, and that was interesting. Interesting, maybe a little restful, whatnot, but it seemed like every time it was like as soon as I knew you guys had wrapped for the night, I was like, "Hey guys, how was the recordings?" Stuff like that.
It's all good. And you know what? Sometimes the whole distance bond stronger, whatever.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, I did miss you. I did miss you guys those couple of weeks though, and also the that I don't know. Like Corey, how you feeling before I just start giving you like weird ass like nicknames and whatnot? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm trying to come to terms with my new feelings, and it's it's.
Oh, you know what? We should talk about that in a moment. But yeah, for the people who may not have met this guy, just say hello to the ever inspiring, the motivator for the network here, Mr. Corey Derrick. Hey, dude.
Hello. You said say hello, so I said hello.
I mean,
you say goodbye, I say hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's been a while since the three of us have been together here for After Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. You made me host too. That was stressful. Jerk. And Stephanie wasn't here last week, and it was just both of us. I like a little 1v1 time with LeRon.
This is some very good smart water. I swear. But okay, so Corey, because what people might not know about us is like we chat amongst ourselves all week and stuff like that. So you had kind of a life change. Did you want to mention any of it? You don't really have to,
I mean, so it's not like anything really drastic in my life happened.
He found Jesus, everybody.
Can I get an amen? No,
he's trying to lay hands on Stephanie for the past 2 weeks now.
Whoa. No, I don't know if I mentioned it on the show last week or a couple weeks ago or whatever, but I went to the doctor and I got checked out for some mental health things, like ADHD and some sort of existence on the spectrum, or depression and anxiety, definitely. So I have some medication that I've been taking, and it's made me kind of tired and other weird feelings that I can't quite explain. But it's I've seen a change, and some of it is good. I think a lot of the things that used to give me great stress and anxiety, like things for no reason, like when my kids would do stuff or be loud because they're children and don't know better. When I have a lot of things to do, I've become more focused on things like that, to get stuff done. But some of it, I feel, I don't know if it's good or not yet. Like some of the medicine has made me like super tired. Like I took more naps this past weekend than I have in the last like 5 years. um,
Mm.
and it would make me kind of spacey and kind of, kind of out of it a little bit. And so I'm kind of taking it one step at a time and just trying to be uh more, I don't want to say, I'm trying to be more aware of what I'm doing when I'm on it, so that when I'm not on it, I'm trying to like see what the differences are and trying to really,
Mhm.
plan out my day. And but I
Yeah.
think I'm really trying to be open about it.
Mhm.
And even if certain people don't want to hear things like that, like, I know, I love my parents, and I actually had a good talk with my dad about it um the other day. But like, look, I love my mom, but she's the kind of person that doesn't think these things exist. Like these
Oh
mental
yeah.
health
Oh
disorders
God. Yeah.
exist. So uh that was kind of, but like I told my wife, I'm like, I'm not gonna hide, something that's affecting me just because somebody doesn't want to hear it. If they have a problem with it, then they can deal with it on their own, but I don't know. It was kind of a down up week. I felt really like when things were happening, like when I went to the doctor and he started telling me this stuff after I left the doctor, I kind of felt really down about a lot of it, because like I knew something was, that feeling when you feel something is wrong, but then you hear somebody else say it and confirm it, or
Mm.
want to
Yeah.
test you
It
for it or
becomes real,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. And you just kind of get that gut feeling that's like, oh, that kind of sucks. But, again, my wife pulled through, and, you know, it's, I
No,
feel
that's
better.
awesome.
I feel
Yeah.
better. I think it's what, 8 or 9 days later as of the time of this recording. And, I feel better about myself and the whole situation and stuff. And I'm just, you know,
Just,
grateful for her and friends and stuff.
a side note, obviously this would not be discussion for on there, but if you have any questions about medication stuff and what to expect and side effects, other than your obviously your actual provider and probably a pharmacist, you can always, you know, run it by me because the thing about medications with regard to mental health, some work right away, some take 6 to 8 weeks, some have side effects that your body just adjusts to and gets over in a couple weeks, whereas some are not and they actually get worse and you need to change them. And unfortunately, that is a space that also sometimes will require a lot of trial and error. Some people, they kind of get knock it out of the park the first medication they try. Others, unfortunately, like myself, I went through kind of a lot, which hopefully you're the former, not the latter. But if you ever need to bounce any ideas or thoughts off me, just wanted to share that out there because it's a definitely almost like an art in a weird messed up way when it
Hmm.
comes to medications and mental health because I don't want to speak for you. I know for me when I started being on it, I was afraid like I want to treat myself because I feel like something's wrong, but I don't want to change. Is it going to
Hmm.
change me?
Hmm.
Thankfully, at this point in my life, I do not feel that's the case, but that's because I finally found the right regimen and I've kind of knocked off like a lot of the extra shit.
Yeah. Um, and I'm not like, I'm not really going to talk about this a whole lot on other shows, but like, I know, you know, some people who listen to the other shows listen to this, and if I sound kind of, I have a hard time finding words to say, like trying to get stuff out, and I have noticed that a little bit. So if I just seem kind of tired or can't get the right words out or anything, this is why, I think. So, um, but I'm glad I took this step. It was a hard step that I kind of just ignored for a long time. I mean, you guys know I ignored it for a long time, and uh, it was big. It was a big step for me, I think. So, anyways, that's that's what's
Thanks for
happening
the
with
Thanks.
me.
thanks for the update.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Like I don't know if I maybe I kind of pulled it out of you, which that's my bad.
Well, I mean, I would have prepared something better. Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Well,
I was planning on talking about it eventually. I just, I wasn't. I thought I thought we were going to go a different direction this episode
I
first.
No,
mean,
but you know
we're
what?
still going in that direction.
And it's
I
a
know.
great tie-in because even though by the time this comes out, it will no longer be, but this is May 31st, day of recording. We're finishing off mental health awareness month. So again, that's a great tie-in because I I'm a big supporter of mental health for a variety of reasons. I did the NAMI walk, and stuff like that. But like at the end of the month, when we go into June, I kind of have this bittersweet thing because I'm like, man, I always want to promote and keep mental health top of mind every month. But I don't know if that's necessarily me criticizing the fact that May is a dedicated month for it. But you know, just a PSA. May mental health month, but take care of your mental health always.
Yes, do that, everybody. So be conscious and be kind of don't be afraid to ask for help or go seek help or you know voice your opinion on if you feel like something is wrong because there are people that will help.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So you know what? Actually, I do want to ask one question though. Like, because you kind of said it. Are your adjustment? Your how are you adjusting right now to the meds? Like, are you on one pill? Are you on multiple pills? Because actually, because I know somebody. They're on three different pills, but
Hmm.
they're being weaned off of two of them.
Well, right now I'm on two different medications. I'm not 100% sure what they're called. uh my wife would know. I could ask I could ask her. uh
Oh,
no, one is an antidepressant and one is that it's like this. It's an antidepressant that they treat a lot of people with ADHD with,
Hmm.
oh, okay,
actually.
okay.
I think it starts with a B. I'm not sure.
I think I know what it is, but I don't want to say it on the air because it's your not private,
I don't
privacy.
I don't care. It's fine. You can say whatever you want. And then I'm on this anxiety medication that's take as needed.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
so
it's a
you have to control that yourself.
yeah. So I can take it up to 3 times a day,
Mm-hmm.
as
Oh
needed.
wow.
So that's the one that kind of makes me spacey and kind of uh zone out a little bit and kind of not. I don't know that it kind of makes me feel weird. That's the one that makes me feel weird, but it does help with anxiety. It the thing that bothers me a little bit about that medication though is that it like makes me feel like I don't care, which is
Hmm.
like I don't know if that's what I really want to feel when I take something, but
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's kind of the situation. This week I feel much more adjusted to it than I did last week. Uh, like the first day I took it, I felt tired, but I didn't really feel a whole lot else. So it's weird because like some of the side effects for the one medication I take every day like happen right away, and then some of them don't happen for a couple weeks. So
Hmm.
I guess we'll see when that happens. But that's where I'm at.
Okay. Cool. Just know this. Just know this. Just you mentioning that, like help. Well, I've been saying this for a while, but it also helped me realize that I probably need to just go ahead and start getting ready to double down on it. That I definitely need to like talk to like somebody, just for my own mental health and stuff like that. Because I'm just one of those people that have, and And I'm one of those people that run around, and I'm always like, you know what? Nobody wants to hear my problems. So like I always keep it bottled up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a friend because that buddy of mine from a while back that like we had this suicide scare of, right?
Hmm.
Um, he I've been trying to get a hold of him since his birthday. His birthday was in February. And he just wasn't answering my calls, returning my texts and stuff. I knew he was. Well, I knew for the most part he was okay, and like he was at least upright. Because
Hmm.
like I would either see like stuff from him on social media, or he would reply to like some stuff if in a group chat that we're in, stuff like that. So I knew he was all right, and I also knew like his roommate would contact me immediately if there was something going on, with him as far as that goes, stuff like that, and yeah, so like but yeah, like I was getting to the point where I was starting to get worried about him. So like I called his roommate, like we talked for a little bit and everything, and we both said the same thing at the same time, like it's like we want to get help, but like there's so much stigma behind it, like when men ask for help, and stuff like
Hmm.
that. And also, like I said, like I always feel like I don't want to burden people with my problems, and stuff like that. So that means like, sometimes I don't want to bring it on my friends and whatnot. And then the craziest thing happened, like a month or so ago. Like I was talking to my boyfriend, and I was telling him like just, I was, you guys witnessed it. I had a bad month in April. I
Hmm.
had a bad month, and it was just like I was sleeping a lot, it was like I was checking out and stuff like that. And my boyfriend, like we were having a talk, and it wasn't one of those our relationship is in jeopardy talks, but it was one of those talks that kind of felt like like that, if that makes
Hmm.
any sense. And I just kind of told him, I just kind of told him, I was like, like there's just so much stuff going on. There's so much stuff that's on my mind, and like, and there's so much stuff that's changing with me. Like, like I'm looking at our relationship in a different light and everything. Not saying that, like I'm checking out the relationship, more like this is the most serious relationship I've had in a long time and stuff like that. So like it's doing things to my mind, but also like I'm trying to like in my preparation for like what may be the next steps of him and stuff like that. Like I'm also trying to think like, am I going to be a provider? Am I, like what type of partner am I going to be and stuff like that? So of course, like the job thing came up, and you guys know, like the job's been putting me through the ringer, but it's not in a terrible way and nothing like that, and he just stopped me for a second. He's like, hey, he's like, I'm here with you. If you ever need to talk about this stuff, just let me know. And that's because he actually does go to therapy.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like that's the next step for me, I think, is therapy. And it's not like my wife has kind of been helping me look for someone, just because I've been so busy, and she's always trying to help me, because that's what she does. So that's the next step. But like you said, LeRon, you said you keep putting it off and putting it off, and that's how I was. But it wasn't the like. I mean, yeah, I guess stigma was a part of it, but it was also like somebody else somewhere has it worse than I do, so I'm just
That's how I thought. That's how I think about it.
and so I just tried to ignore it because I was like somebody else somewhere has it worse. And
Mm-hmm.
you I mean, I've told you guys that too before, where something's bothering me and it's just like, well, just kind of ignore it. But it's you don't have to ignore it, and that was the big hurdle for me, I think.
Yeah.
If you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia, and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support. Anyways, how are you feeling? Are you good? Are you good?
Me or
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Well,
Me?
both of you, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm a few days out. I'm a few days out from my 48th birthday. I'm a few days out from it and everything like that.
It's coming up.
Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty good. Like, it's funny. It's funny how, like, certain times of the year, like your mindset changes and stuff like that. It's usually New Year's. It's usually your birthday, or it's usually like when a major like event happens, like, like somebody really close to you passed away or something like that. Your mindset changes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I can feel it. I can feel the onset of a new mindset, coming on for me and stuff like that. And it's actually a very positive mindset, and I'm really hoping this time, like, I can actually like grab it and be energized off of it and stuff like that.
Right. This might be
Like
the kind of updraft, so to speak, that you need.
yeah, because I want to be more successful with my job and stuff like that. I want to, I also want to, be a better, more, conducive partner for my partner, and stuff like that. I just want to make things happen. Like, like I'm trying to. There's some things about my life that I'm trying to change. Like, like I want to. I'm lucky that I'm in a line of work to where, like, like as long as my mind stays sharp, like I can do this job for a long time. Like I said, I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40, and the fact that, retirement age for most people is somewhere between 65 and 67, but if I take care of my body as well as I can take care of my mind and stuff, like I can probably think about retiring somewhere in my 70s, and still be able to, like, with this job I have, have that spare time, like travel, do that stuff, do the stuff that people usually do in their retirement, but still be gainfully employed, making money in the process and stuff like that. And like I want to be able to, like, I'm trying to put myself on a short track to, like, make enough money so I can start investing, because start doing stocks, so I don't have to bust my ass working so hard just to get paychecks when I have a different revenue stream come in that can supplement it and stuff like that, and not just supplement it, maybe even surpass it and overtake it, stuff like that. So I feel a new mindset coming on, and like tomorrow is June 1st, so we're almost halfway through the year, and it's been a crazy year. Like, like,
Oh my
dare I
gosh.
s- dare I say, they're about to declare COVID's over. We know that's a lie. Um, we've got all this bullshit going on. Like Ukraine's still under siege. Fucking the government's acting a fucking fool right now. With the debt ceiling looming close and all that stuff. And like all this all these dumbass people railing against quote unquote wokeness, which I think is ridiculous. Like, the Little Mermaid's doing awesome in theaters right now, but at the same time, assholes are fucking boycotting Chick-fil-A, which, I think it's kind of ironic. I think they should have done that like 10 years ago, but it's the wrong people boycotting Chick-fil-A.
Well, I mean, like
it,
the big one right now too is what, Bud Light or something. It's like,
it's Target. Actually, right now it's Target.
oh,
Right? Yeah,
why?
right now it's Target. Bud Light was the one, and I don't know, like if you just look at stuff, and I'm not gonna shine too big of a light on it. If you look at stuff, basically, I don't know. Um, I'm sorry, Corey, and I'm sorry, Stephanie, because I know y'all are of that descendancy, but I swear, white people are just fucking afraid of everything.
I mean, that's not a false statement.
Yeah.
White people are fucking afraid of everything. Like, like I hate to I'm just gonna say it as I'm gonna say it as a person of color here. Like, we're not trying to take anything the fuck away from you. Like,
You
I mean,
aren't? Oh my gosh.
I can't say it any more plainly. Like, like, but I'm 40 something years old, and for 30 something of my years, I've been hearing that they're coming for your jobs. They're like the like the N words of fucking our women and stuff. Like, I've heard it all, and guess what? That's not even the case.
The
We're just
N-words
trying.
are fucking our women? That's an actual
Yeah,
fear?
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I didn't realize you were going in this direction. I thought it was more like the white people are just so terrified because everything they say is gonna come out racist or
Well,
sexist
there's
or
that. There's that too, because, like, there's that, but I honestly feel like, I feel like for the most part, like, there's an identity crisis. It's not so much identity politics is going on. It's an identity
Mm,
crisis, because, like America's this melting pot of, like, different races and cultures and stuff like that, and it is hard to define what white culture is. I know there is a white culture here in the United States, and not just like rednecks and like people who are trying
Yeah,
to
isn't it
overthrow the
just
government.
girls drinking their pumpkin spice latte wearing Uggs and leggings?
That's my
That's
Sorry,
favorite.
bad
That's
joke.
my favorite kind of
that's
white culture.
basic. That's basic.
Mm,
But I mean, but yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like sometimes like what white people really are mad about is this whole fear of missing out, because like we're getting ready to slide into Pride Month, and I'm not saying Pride Month to be celebrated by people who don't act who are not part of the actual like lifestyle there, stuff like that. But we just had the Asian American Pacific Islander Month that's wrapping up right now. And Stephanie, I'm going somewhere with this, so get ready.
No, no.
We had Black History Month a few months ago. We had Hispanic and Latinx like Heritage Month. Like right after that and stuff like that. No, actually, we had Women's History Month followed by Hispanic and Latinx Month, I think. But I don't know. Like I really feel like one of the major problems is like the the white people who are very vocal about this stuff, are the ones that they just have this FOMO situation, and that's
mm,
not that's not even what it's about, because ultimately it's all fucking American history.
yeah.
I mean, the victors write the history books, right? So that's how it
Interesting.
works.
I mean, are you talking about the people that I shudder as these words fall from my lips. The people that go, "Whoa, why isn't there a White History Month or something like?"
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
almost
mean,
made that joke at the top of the show, but I thought that would be a poor taste.
well, I mean, if you were being meta about it, I guess it'd be funny. But I
The
guess
whites.
the way I look at it, especially being biracial, like being white and also like a minority, like I think, what those folks are not understanding is, at least at this point in time, who knows, maybe in like 100 years, whites will be a minority, whatever. Um, these months are created, I would like to think, because in this country we are a melting pot. However, it's to recognize the minorities and the struggles that they got to coming to this country. So
Hmm.
it's almost, and I know, like, I and the only reason why I'm using a religious example is just because it's an example of a teaching that I learned, that people would complain, like, what is it, is it the prodigal son, the story where there's a dad who has two sons. One son's like
Hmm.
a good son and he
Hmm.
does his work, and then the shit son that goes, takes half of his inheritance and squanders it and whatever, and he returns, and the father is so happy, and he throws a party to celebrate the return of his wayward son. The other part of the story is the son that always obeyed is like, "Hey, how come I don't get recognized? I've been doing
Hmm.
all the work. I do the I I'm getting to my point here is, I think that, these months are here to celebrate the people that they've had a history of struggle. Women did have a struggle. The African Americans definitely had a struggle. Asian American, like, we've LGBTQ, like, we've all had a struggle, and we want to, celebrate and recognize them because of that, not because, when I say the collective word we, I can't speak for people. We don't hate whites or we want to exclude you whites. It's just
Hmm.
that you kind of were there from the quote unquote beginning when you kicked the Native Americans out. Like, so it's not like we hate you when we don't recognize you. It's like, no, no, no. We got to recognize the people that were under recognized in this country.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind
But
of
I
the way
mean,
I see it
yeah,
as a
that's also the way I
passing.
see it.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
Yeah,
those people, they're not going to get it. They're always going to be like, "Oh, why is there no white person month? Or why is there no men's history month or something?" I don't know. Is there a
for
men's history
real.
month? I hope. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
doubt
don't
it.
know. I don't think I've ever heard. Oh, now I'm looking for it. But you know what? Wait,
No.
there is a Men's History Month.
No way. Not
Wait,
on.
wait, why? Wait, why isn't there a Men's History Month?
Yeah, no.
Should there
Because
be a Men's History Month?
men wrote history up until
It could be.
maybe
You know what?
recently.
Though I don't need that to be to put a target on my back though. So I'm glad there is none.
But to kind of go back to it, like, and this might be like, I don't hope. I'm not wishing or hoping or whatever. I'm just saying, if we're all speaking that line of thinking, Laurent, the only
Mhm.
way I can view there ever being a Caucasian History Month. Like, to even conceptualize that being a reality is if
Mhm.
centuries from now, this can't be now, like centuries, where we have blended to a point where perhaps the what we know today as quote unquote white people have become a minority. Like, something has happened, and there's something that we need to look back and recognize. Again, that's not me wishing or hoping or even expecting. I'm just saying, if we were to theorize how things occur and are created, that's the only way I'd see it happening. But they don't need it right now.
Yeah, I apologize to you guys because I went on a serious tangent there, and
No,
that's my bad.
no, it's first of all, it is still very much on topic, and it's a very good point. And we haven't really touched a lot on race so much in a long while. And I'll admit, sorry, this is my tangent now, super quick. This is where I have my own identity crisis because of a lot of woke stuff, but in a good way. Like, these things happen for a reason, right? I
Mhm.
have an identity crisis on my white side because part of me wants to hate my white side because of all that's happened. But then at the same time, like, well, there's no need to hate it. It's just that's just who you are. It's there's
Yeah.
a lot of uncomfort when it comes to whether you're white or just talking about whites, whiteness, I guess. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Now I'm talking out of my ass. Please save me,
Oh
help.
no, you're fine. You're fine. But you know what? This is perfect time though because I know you had a topic for us tonight.
I mean, it all started with, Mental Health Awareness Month, it being, well, the end of May. May's over, and Corey was kind enough to kind of walk through a little bit of his experience lately. We have a lot of month-long observances. So May is Mental Health Awareness. Like, LeRon, you just mentioned a whole bunch right there. A lot of the more serious and important ones, at least, right?
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
kind of want to touch on that topic, just generally speaking. I want to talk about the serious ones and then also like the ridiculous ones as well. Like, how do we feel about these month observances? We feel like they actually do anything, or are they kind of like a waste of, not a waste of time, but more like, yeah, is it really doing anything? Um, just generally, what are your thoughts? And then, because on the flip side, we have stupid ones, and if you can and entertain, what is it? What's a phrase? Entertain me for a moment. Let me give you examples of the stupid one. I don't want to call them stupid ones.
No, don't call it civil ones. We don't want to inflame somebody tonight.
Hmm.
No, but like February, there is National Bird Feeding Month. March is Mustache March, which I guess isn't stupid. It's silly, and and that's kind of cool. Um, let's see, April, that's Jazz Appreciation Month. Um, Second Chance Month. What's Second Chance Month? Observed in the United States during April since 2017 is a nationwide effort to raise awareness of the collateral consequences of a criminal conviction. Okay, never mind. That's actually kind of serious. But
That's kind of serious,
when you name it Second Chance Month, I'm like, is it just all second chances? See,
right?
we
Yeah.
need to educate ourselves. See, I'm learning. May is a lot. Okay, May, Zombie Awareness Month.
I don't understand.
Okay, they don't even exist, but there's a Zombie Awareness Month.
I don't understand.
I had a dream last night that our house was being attacked by a zombie horde, and I locked my wife and my kids in the bedrooms to save their lives while I fought off the zombies that invaded our house.
That must have been terrifying.
Oh my gosh, I woke up in a cold sweat. Thought I was
Oh,
dying. It's
oh.
fine though.
Okay,
Anyways,
here's what. So,
zombies.
Laurent, like this, and Corey, like this is what I mean. And July, shockingly, is just super short. There's two. One is Disability Pride Month, which is great. We need more eyes on disability. But then on the other side of the coin, it's also National Ice Cream Month.
Hey,
Okay, like
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong
I,
with that.
I guess. Let's see.
No, it's a little. It's insipid. It is.
Yeah, it's interesting. National Honey Month is in September. Let's see. National Pizza Month is October.
Okay,
Uh,
I can get down with that. especially
November.
especially breakfast and dessert pizzas. I can get down with that.
Hey, No Nut November made it on this list.
Hell no. Hell no.
Why is that? Okay. Um,
I don't think people I don't think a lot of people understand that, like I've read like, like the because I used to be big about anatomy and stuff like that. And unless you have a sexual addiction, like actually like just going full cold turkey, from actually like ejaculating it can cause a problem to your body physically.
like, do you get blockage or something?
Well, it, it's not so much that like the like the like it like the your body just won't respond the same way it will, and people think that might be a good thing, but like some people wind up like becoming premature ejaculators because of it, or some people wind up taking way too long to ejaculate and stuff like that. And I'm talking about men here because No Nut November is supposed to be like is more geared towards men and stuff like that. Of course, like one of the causes is like they also like during no nut November, we also like grow our beards as long as possible, and then we donate. I believe we shave and donate that hair to a cause or something like that.
They're not
Um,
related though, right? No Nut November and Movember, or they just
Movember, yeah, they are. Well,
what does
technically, most guys do one and the other at the same time.
wait, what does growing your hair out and donating it have to do with not ejaculating? Like, I'm just like,
I have no fucking idea. I
even
feel like this
then, I
is
don't
all.
understand.
I feel like this is all part of toxic masculinity. But what do I know? Because I probably just triggered someone using that phrase just now.
Oh. So yeah, so what do you guys think of month-long observances? I'm not against like the fun ones either. It's just it's interesting. Like we as humans like to kind of designate times, places, and categorize things. What are your thoughts? Like June is LGBTQ month, which I think is great. Like
Yeah.
love Pride month, but then I do the whole, oh, we should always have Pride every month of the year. But that's also me just being stupid, silly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's where the whole pandering part comes in because it feels like like why are we showcasing it at one specific time when it should be
Mm,
happening all the time, right? So I get you on that one, but I think where people get kind of lost in the weeds, technically is like like it's the month. It's just the time when like someone decided it was a good time to focus on that, like and not say like we only focus on it this time, even though it's kind of funny. Like you walk into stores and like as soon as July 1st happens, like all the pride shit's gone.
yeah, and and
All the
and
pride.
now I know what you mean more by pandering because I wasn't sure what direction you meant with that, but I think that's kind of a core of what low key bothers me sometimes, because especially for Pride. I mean, everybody celebrates Pride differently. Some are super loud and proud and
Mhm.
let's go. Other people are just more like a little more somber about it because, a lot of the sacrifices and pains that those in that community had to go through just to be accepted. So, like, there's many different ways to celebrate it. But then, like, I kind of see a lot of people just posting things like, oh, Pride Month or whatever month. And, like, I start to, like, question how genuine some of that is, and I kinda wanna puke in my mouth a little bit, but, like, that could be just be me being judgmental. I don't know, like, it just sometimes I just get overwhelmed with this recognition of a month to the point where, like, I can't tell what's genuine and what's not, and I'm not to say
Yeah,
we shouldn't
I
have
feel
those
you on that
months.
too. Yeah,
It's not that we shouldn't, I don't know, it's just I don't know if there's anything I could do about it, but I just wanted to share that.
Corey, what say you?
Speak.
I mean, so as the white guy on this panel, no, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
God, here we go.
No,
No.
I think as someone who had to really grow into learning, not only learning about all this stuff coming from a, really a place where, like, if you weren't like religious and, you know, I'm gonna be honest, white, like, you were taught to be like afraid or don't go, you know, around this area or whatever because of the way people looked. And it's, as someone who kind of grew into learning and accepting a lot of these things, right?
Hmm.
As I started getting older and, you know, I lived in Columbus for 2 years right out of high school, or, working, getting jobs where there's a bunch of diverse people. I remember, when I started working at the restaurant, like, I had a friend there, but at first I, like, didn't understand because he was gay, and he was, like, the first person I really knew that was gay, right? And, uh, and then we ended up becoming pretty good friends throughout our time there, but, like, that was my first experience with a gay person, or, when I lived in Columbus and had black teammates on football team for the first time, or, like, there was a lot of, like, growing up real fast is kind of the statement you would use. And, um, as I've gotten older and learned different things and still trying to be better about a lot of things, like, I think that, yeah, some people look at these awareness months or Pride Month or, Black History Month as, like, silly and dumb, especially in the in the you know, climate that we're in at this moment. Kind of maybe coming out of it a little bit now, but, like, you know, that whole those we'll just say there was a rough 4 years not so long ago that uh really brought out the worst in a lot of people, that, maybe or maybe don't look like me. I'm not sure. Was not there. Uh but I think that for everyone who thinks it's silly, I still think there's some good in it,
Mhm.
because
A reminder,
people
yeah.
it reminds people that, especially people that look like me and maybe grew up in a way that I kind of grew up, or it reminds people that there are people out there that are different, and that being different is good, and that, a lot of us wouldn't exist if everybody was the same. Life would be boring. Life would be, people would be boring. And I
Mhm.
mean, I have a lot of friends that are different than me now, which is something I couldn't even say maybe 10 years ago. And I am grateful for that. And I think that the awareness months are good reminders, that people out there deserve to be treated better. Um, so that's kind of my take on it, I
That's
think.
a good point. And not to be
Yeah.
the nerd here, but a science nerd here, but I am. I mean, even science, genetics itself
Hmm.
favors mixing genetics because I'm sure you like read in stories like people who inbreds, like people who kind of keep it in the family kind of thing, or keep it
Hmm.
to certain whatever, like that's not good for genetics. Bad things
Hmm.
happen, you get deep, genetics favors mixing and diversity. That's how we become stronger and more resilient as a human race. I know you're right. And I myself even want to take a step further and not just make it a white person versus everybody else, because it really shouldn't be like that, though I feel like a lot of people want to make it like that. No, I feel like we all need to be reminded that we all are different.
Hmm.
um for me, I'll admit, like, I was astounded when I said, "Oh, there's a disability month." Like, you know what? I have not taken the time to understand and recognize either just individuals with disabilities or families that are raising children with disabilities, which is something I am coming to understand more now that I have a child who is very healthy and fully capable of doing things, but then he's having play dates and I'm meeting parents with kids with disabilities. It's like, "Whoa, hold on,"
Hmm.
I'm further learning and being reminded of this.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, there's different steps along the way, like, I don't know, I guess it kinda sounds silly in 2023, but, like, in two 2002, 2003, 2004, like like I said, like, I remember the first black I remember the first black person that, we were I don't wanna say taught to hate, but, like, there's a strong suggestion that, you know, someone in my family was dating a black person, and that was, not right or something, right? Now, granted, there's a lot of other things wrong with this dude other than, like, him being black, right? Like, I mean, he he was a drug dealer. He, uh, beat this person. I don't wanna get
So it's an
super
actual
involved.
like
So
person problem. It's not a
yeah,
skin
it's a
color problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. Sorry if I made that sound weird.
No, no.
But, there's that, and then, like, you know, my first gay friend, knowing other people, and then all of a sudden that stuff kinda became the norm, and I think the thing that I am, really trying to learn about now, um, and I'm sorry if this comes off as, like, rude or disrespectful, but, like, the thing I'm trying to learn more about now are I think the biggest struggle now is trans people, right?
Mhm.
And, like, their struggle to try to be normalized now. And I fully support anybody to be who they want to be or be how they feel. Uh, and I'm trying to learn more about it to be a better supporter, right? And we've had people on. I don't know if they want to be, you know, quote unquote outed or whatever, but
Outed.
yeah, I couldn't think of the right word, but like we've had them on shows before, and they've all been great. Every
Mhm.
and I that's I don't want to say it's a hurdle, but that's the thing that I'm trying to learn more about now, and so I can be a better person in that respect too. Because I do support them, and I think we had that topic a while ago of, like, you know the well, that's the swimmer. It was the episode we were talking about the swimmer.
Mm.
Um, I don't remember, but
I'm
that's
trying to
that's kind of
recall.
that's kind of where I'm at now, right? Is like I want to be a better supporter to everybody. And so the only way to do that is to learn and ask questions. And I think that's, going back to what you said, LeRon, or, you guys were kind of joking, half joking about, right? But, like, I think people are just afraid to ask questions because they're afraid they're going to get ridiculed for asking questions or scared off by asking questions. And so,
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing now is, like, how do you how do you learn more about people that are different than you
Mhm.
without saying the wrong thing or offending someone, or because, like, that's like the last thing I think any of us want to do is, like, offend somebody for
Mhm.
asking questions, right?
Most
So,
of us, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, most of us.
No,
Yeah.
I agree because I want to share with you, Corey, too. Like for me, when it comes to trans community, like because I'm not trans, but as part of LGBTQ community, I feel comfortable with them. But I think the part where I want to ask more questions and get thoughts and feedback on, but I'm terrified to because all I see is like really excessive responses on social media and news when I'm sure the majority of people are not like that is again because I'm in pharmacy, because I'm in the medical field, there's a lot of debate at what age
Hmm.
when someone could either be considered trans or when therapy should be done. Like, you know, do you really want to interfere with a child's hormone therapy? When does someone actually really like? I have my own opinions about it, which I will not state now, but I want to have a conversation with like actual trans people so I can be further educated because I can't come to a
Hmm.
conclusion just on my own.
Same.
Mhm.
Uh,
Same.
I mean, I might have the medical part of it, and I'll just say my reasons stem from the medical aspect, but I still you still want to know. But like, I do have that little bit of a fear. Like, if I ask questions, what if they take it as I'm anti-trans? Because I'm not. It's just more like I want the perspective.
Mhm.
I want the
Hmm.
thoughts.
Mhm.
Um,
I
so
wonder if anybody that we know would be willing to come on a
mm,
show like this and kind of, you know, be a part of the conversation, you know? Because I don't think it's like, to be honest, I don't think it's worth having the like anything past what we've already done.
Yeah.
And at this point, without having someone here
yeah,
that can represent those questions
that would
and
be really
discuss them,
cool if we
right?
could, as a good after
Yeah.
dark episode. Just side note.
Hmm. Yeah. And maybe I'll reach out to them and see if they would be okay doing that. So, uh, I'll present it in like a. I'm gonna try not to be offensive about it because I really like these.
Yeah. Please don't. Please
I
don't.
really like these people, right? And I'm trying to be vague, but I really respect their journey and their, because I'm sure that's really hard to do, right? Just as LeRon, I'm sure it was hard for you, and Stephanie, I'm sure it was hard for you in a different respect of like kind of accepting and coming out, right? You know, so
Mm, all right.
sorry if that was a little long winded.
No, no,
No.
this is all
No. No.
good.
I
Well,
just try not to over explain myself, but I think I did. So
well,
whoops.
it's sincere, and we can tell that. At least I can tell that. But since we are going into June, let me actually say what we have for June, right? So we did touch upon just now LGBT. I need to update the letters here. Pride Month, which I'm very excited for, but it's
Mhm.
also African American Music Appreciation Month.
Oh, that's right. That is this month. That is in June.
hmm Uh, this is specific to Canada only, but ALS Awareness Month for June. Uh,
Wait, ALS, like the Lou Gehrig's disease, that one?
yeah, but it says Canada,
Okay.
so maybe we have a different month for that.
It's like
Or
Thanksgiving all over again.
in the UK, it's National Smile Month. Um, it's also Caribbean American Heritage Month. Hot diggity. And last but not least, National Safety Month, which is pretty broad, but I guess we can all remind ourselves to be safe, whether it's safe sex to wearing a helmet when riding a motorcycle. I don't know. Happy June. I don't know.
Life's tough. Wear a helmet.
Don't
I don't know.
be, was it? Don't be a tool. Don't be, oh, damn it. Don't be a
Don't.
fool. Wrap your tool. Damn it. I messed it up.
Ah,
Mhm. Yep, it's true. Um, although Stephanie, I think you and I both failed miserably at that. That's fine.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I have a way that we can kind of wrap up this conversation. Is there any month, it could be a week or a day, any type of observance that you would like to have? And it might exist, but I don't know. But like, I don't know if you feel like there's something missing. Is there a type of thing that you want to observe?
huh.
Hmm.
I don't even know, to be honest with you. Because
Yeah.
more than likely anything I can think of probably is already is in existence.
Okay, but still, we can just ignore that. I'm pretty
Um.
sure there is. If we're going beyond just a month, like whether it's a something day or something week, I'm pretty sure there's one for literally everything. But this is just for fun, topical
Well,
conversation.
was there one? Is there one for veterans and or military or servicemen and women? Is there
Yeah,
one
you
for?
know
Is there
what?
one for?
It was actually May, National Military Appreciation Month.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
See, we should have like we
Which is
yeah,
funny because like you would think it would be the same month that Veterans Day happens and not Memorial Day. You know?
yeah. Actually, okay, this is the quick rundown of May since it is so oh, it's the US ALS Awareness Month, Asian
Okay.
Pacific Heritage Month, Brain Tumor Awareness Month, Celiac Awareness Month, Haitian Heritage Month, International Masturbation Month, Jewish American Heritage Month, May devotions to the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mental Health Awareness, National Bike Month, National Military Appreciation Month, National so much I can't speak straight. National Foster Care Month, National Guide Dog Month, National Pet Month, National Stroke Awareness Month, and Zombie Awareness Month. Everything makes sense except for zombie awareness. I don't get that.
Yeah, that makes no
So
sense to me
fucking
either.
stupid. I'm sorry. Um,
Got to be aware of the zombies.
I don't know why I just X'd out of it, but I wonder if there's got to be a national like adoption awareness
Oh, there probably
and
is.
an infertility awareness.
Yeah. I wonder.
You know, it would be nice because I'm all about family, but I want there to be like a chosen family month because there's a lot of support with those that are your chosen family.
Oh, like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Caught up.
I wonder if
Good
there's
job.
a mixed ethnicities awareness month. Like,
there probably is.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Right? I'm sure.
All right. Well, no answers needed. But for those that listen to our After Dark podcast, if you want to chime in the Discord, I would like your thoughts on what you would like an observance to be. If there's anything you think that's missing.
Yeah. Let us know. What are you wanting to celebrate, everybody? You know? Hugs, not drugs.
Hugs, not drugs. That was this is a fun topic. This is a fun night of conversations and stuff
Good.
like that. Like it's been a while since we had like a really like deep retrospective like conversation, like how we began the beginning of the show, which may have been my fault.
Yeah. I'm just glad my topic wasn't lame. So yay.
Great topic. Great topic. LeRon, you didn't have a good topic.
I know, I'm lame.
Just kidding. You know what topic is great?
Wait, hold on. Before you answer that, I know what I want.
What's that?
National Boss Rush Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah. We need to hurry up and make that a fucking thing.
Yeah. All right. All right. Sorry.
Like,
So what's a good topic?
Oh, I was going to say bed is something that should be celebrated.
Yes, bed.
yeah,
Sleep
for real.
Awareness Month
For real.
starts
Like
now.
I'm about to. I'm like as soon as we get down here, I'm going to frog splash right to my
All
bed.
right. Well,
Yeah.
let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, everyone, that has been another episode of Boss Rush After Dark. I just want to go ahead and say thank you to everyone that's either hanging out and either listening to us in the audio form or actually watching this in the video forms when those are uploaded and stuff like that. Also, a quick shout out to our patrons. We can't do this without you. I mean, we like doing it without you, but we really can't do this without you. um, for all the information for how to get in contact with us, or as well as check out things that are going on in Boss Rush, or even learn more information about our Patreon, just check out the show notes in the descriptor for either the podcast version of the show or the audio version of the show, and you will find it all. On behalf of my host tonight, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you. It's fun. We love you guys, and we're out of here. So this has been another wonderful episode of Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast show of the network, where we talk about things that are not always content appropriate for the network. Corey, it looks like you have something to say.
I don't. I was just finger gunning.
Oh, you finger banging. Okay, I
Yep.
get
Finger
Yep.
bang.
it. All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. We will be back for another all new episode of the show next week. So we can't wait to see you. Y'all take care.
Hasta la
Bye-bye.
vista.
Goodbye.